Modupe. Happy new month to you. I want to welcome you to this new month of August. And in today's video, I'll be looking at 10 practical ways to reset your finances this August. So new month, new money plan, 10 practical ways to reset your finances this August. So once again, welcome, good morning, and happy new year. Welcome to this month of August. It is a brand new chapter and a fresh opportunity for you to take control of your finances and reset your money mindset. My name is Modupe, and if this is the first time that you're joining me, I am Modupe Vincent, and welcome to Money Matters. I am a certified financial planner, a legal practitioner, and I'm your guide to money, everything money, whether individual, your business, or as a family. And I want to encourage you that this is a new month and things will certainly happen for you financially, good things. That is my prayer for you. So I want to say this morning that you have to be intentional, you have to be deliberate, and you have to take action if you're going to make this change in this new month of August. So I encourage you to grab your pen, take your notebook, and join me as I talk on the 10 practical ways to reset your finances this August. The very first point I'll be looking at this morning is that you should review your July spendings. This is 1st of August, so the past month, which is July, review everything that has to do with your July spending. Review your income, you know what came to you in July, and you need to also have an understanding of what happened to your finances as at today. How did you spend? What were your expenses like? These are the things that you need to do. If you don't review, if you don't review to know what happened, then you're likely to repeat the things, the spendings that you had in the month of July. So you can go about this by taking a notebook to put down the things that you spent money on in the month of July. You can use your bank app. You can use the receipts of the different transactions and the purchases that you did. Don't be afraid of what you will see, the revelation that will come out from the review of July spending. You will realize that some things that you did, you were not meant to have spent money on, but nevertheless you did. You spent money on them, and so now you want to review so that what you saw, what you did in the month of July, you will not repeat the same in this new month of August. This new month, new money plan, and we're going to have a fantastic money spending, and our finances will be on course. The second practical way to reset our finances in this new month is for us to create a simple budget for this new month of August. It's important that you list all your sources of income. Even if it's just one source of income, list it. List your expenses at the same time. And then what you will do next is to assign every naira, is to assign every dollar, is to assign whatever currency it is. You know what you are earning, is for you to assign the naira, the currency, assign it to a job. Budgeting is simply giving your money direction before it disappears. That is why for so many people, before the middle of the month, they wonder, what happened? How come I don't have enough again? Because when you are paid, whether you are paid weekly, you are paid the whole month, when your money comes into your account, you are happy, you are excited, oh, now I have this money. But for most people, before the month ends, or even before they get to the middle of the month, they realize that something has happened to the money, and they are wondering what happened. Nothing happened to the money other than you spent the money. And so what the budget will do for you is that it will give your money direction as to where it should go even before you start spending. So thank you for joining me. Please let me know where you're watching from. indicate where you're watching from. And I want to say Happy New Year to you. So the third thing that we're looking at, the third practical step to reset our finances in this month of August is to set at least one clear financial goal. I want to say that your goal is personal to you. What I will want to achieve in this month of August will not be the same thing that you will want to achieve in this month of August. So your goal is personal to you, and I will say that at least set one financial goal in this month of August. Thank God we're just starting. Today is the 1st of August, and I want to say, well, no matter what it is, it may be you planning to save, it may you trying to pay off a debt, it may be you trying to invest, it may be you trying to earn an extra source of income. Whatever it is your goal. Set one clear goal. It is better to set one clear goal than to have about 10 or even 15 scattered goals. So I want to read from you. Just drop in the comment, what is that money goal that you want to set for August? You might not have even thought of it, but as I speak to you this morning, please think about it and decide that my finances in this month of August will not be the same in what happened in the month of July. Even if your money matters was you feel that it was good, it can be better. We need to move from good to better and from better to best. So let us hold each other accountable. One of the things that I want to do in this month of August is to revisit my savings, because a goal that I have is that I want to continue. I was investing in stocks before, and for whatever reason, I stopped it. And so one thing that I want to do in this month of August is to, review my finances so that this month of August, I can resume my buying of shares. What I have been doing is that I've been buying Nigerian shares, and at the same time, I have also been buying US stocks as well. But along the line, I stopped buying either of these stocks. But I've told myself that this month I'm going to be intentional. This month I'm going to resume, creating passive income for myself. That is my own financial goal for this month of August. Let me read from you. What do you want your financial goal to be in this month of August? So let's move. Please let me know where you're watching from, indicate where you're watching from. And like I have said, Happy New Year. Let me also read from you, Happy New Year to me. So the fourth practical way by which you can reset your finances in this month of August is that you should cut one unnecessary expense. What we're doing is we're trying to ensure that our finances are in order. What we're trying to do is that we're trying to build wealth one step at a time. And what we're also trying to do is to create a financial, independent future for ourselves. So one of the ways by which you can go about this to achieve this is to cut one unnecessary expense, spending, something that we are doing, we are putting money into, but it is not absolutely necessary, that it is, something that we need. For me, I have reviewed my own finances, and I saw that in the month of July, one thing that I overspent on was eating out. I could say that I have my reasons for doing that, but one thing that it has done is that it has actually affected my finances. And I saw that spending so much, on eating out affected my savings, and at the same time, it also affected my investments. So now that I became intentional and I realized what had happened to me, and that this is one thing that has, prevented me from achieving my financial goals, I decided that fine, I'm going to take that step. I'm going to cut down on eating out. So it is an unnecessary expense for me, because what it will mean if I'm going to cut my eating out means that I have to, buckle up in other areas. Maybe I have to wake up early so that I will be able to, cook, or, I just have to buckle up and make some adjustments. But what I'm saying is you need to cut off some unnecessary spending, even if it's just one thing. You don't need to be so hard on yourself. You don't need to just put off everything. That is why we're saying just one thing, just one item on your list. And that is why we said at the beginning that you need to review your July spending. That is the only way you can see it in clarity and know that, okay, this is what happened and this is what I need to take away. The number 5 thing that is a way to reset our finances in this month of August is for you to write down all your possible sources of income. When it comes to your finances, it is not enough for you to say that you want to cut down spending, because you can only cut off to a certain limit. It's not possible to cut off everything. And for some people, they're actually operating a tight budget. And what I mean is that when you look at their budget is actually to the barest minimum. That all that they have on that budget are their realities. They're actually things that are necessary for them. When you look at the list, it is not what they want. What they have on that list are the things that they need. They have their rent, they have their transportation, they have the basic utility, electricity and all that. So for such people, you will know that it is difficult for you to tell them to cut off something, because in actual fact, there is nothing for them to cut off. So what we advise when it comes to our finances is that as you're trying to cut off and you're cutting to the barest that you can do, at the same time, the other side to it is that you must also increase your revenue sources, your income source, review it. So it's important for you to list what are the present income source that I have. For some, it is just their salary. And I keep saying it on this channel that having just one source of income will not cut it. Having just one source of income will not do it. Having just one source of income is very close to not having any source of income at all. And don't forget, this is a new month. This is a season for you to start thinking. It's a brand new chapter for you and I. It is a fresh opportunity for you and I to take control of our finances and also to reset our mind, even as it concerns our money affairs. So you must, know that these are my present source of income. And if you are not doing anything, please start thinking, what can I do to bring in money? You don't have to leave your home, especially for women who have little children, and believe that, look, I cannot leave home for now. There are things that you can do, on the internet. You can sell online. You can do so many things, depending on your situation and your circumstance. So I'd say once again, start thinking of other ways of generating income. If you are just a salary earner, what you kind of income that you have is what we call the active income. You need to start thinking, how do I channel this active income? How do I channel my salary to other types of income, that will bring in not another active income? Because for everybody, we have just 24 hours in a day. And there is no way that you can work 24 hours. So if what you have is a job, and you know that you need to get another source of income, it is not wise for you to get another source of income, because you can't even do more than 24 hours. So what we will encourage is that you need to get a source of income that is not active. You need to get a source of income that is passive, that will allow you to do maybe your 8 to 9, and at the same time you are getting another source of income. We'll look into the different kinds of income types later, but not for this money. So I just want you to think about it, to write everything that comes to your mind. For me, in this month of August, I have decided to increase my own, sources of income. I've decided, these are the 1, 2, 3 things I want to do in order of, priority for me. So please, you do the same. You should start with only one. You can't start with two, you can't start with three. Start with one, because that way you will keep focus, and it will also help you to plan as well. And one of the things that when you review your finances, like we said, the July spendings and your July finances, one thing that it will also help you to do is you will see if actually your spending are on things that are necessary, or you are also spending on things that are not necessary. And if you are able to find the gap, you will see that you might have extra money for you to start saving. You have extra money for you to start investing. There's little things you can start investing in with even small money. You have the mutual funds, you have the ETFs, you have the REITs, that is for people who want to go into property. There's so many things that we can do. It doesn't have to be the big ones. Oh, that if I don't have thousands of naira, if I don't have thousands of dollars or pounds or yen or whatever, that you cannot do. I want to tell you this morning, you can do. You have to start small. You have to be consistent. You have to be focused. And that is the whole intention of what we are doing this morning. I know that this morning, as we have started this journey of our finances, resetting our finances and putting our finances in order, I know that by the end of August, when we come back here to share, and review what August has done for us concerning our finances, I know that everyone watching me, you would have something positive to say. Even if you have been able to pay off, even if it's just $500 of your debt, or reduce something, or start an investment, I know that just as I will come here and say that this is what I, Modupe, have been able to achieve, you, my friends as well in this community, will be able to tell me that this is what you also have achieved. So that is the fifth thing. That number six thing is, which I will encourage you to do in this month of August. Today is the first, today is a Friday, is that you should start a weekly money check-in. And that is what I refer to as a review. We have started today, and I believe that when you leave our chats this morning, you will begin to take action. And I believe that by the time it is next week, Friday, which will be a week, you will be able to take a review of what you have been able to achieve in this 1 week. Let me tell you something, that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with just one step. And that step for you and I is you showing up. You have, for you showing up and waiting and watching is only an indication that you are ready to change your finances starting from today, starting from this month. And I cheer you for doing that. And I know that whatever it is that you have decided to do, like I said, you have your goal, the thing you want to cut off. I know that as you decide and you are intentional and you begin to take deliberate steps, I know that you will be able to achieve it. So the number six thing is for you to start a weekly money check-in. Have a review. Take inventory. So whatever you do today, you can decide to do it the old-fashioned way, to get your journal and begin to put those things down. Or you can decide, if you are the modern person, to decide to, have an app on your phone or your laptop or something, and you begin to put down the things that you want to achieve. And every week, it is something that you should do, that you should just check in, review it and see, how far have I gone? What have I been able to achieve in the 1 week that I started this money reset journey? So you take a look, you review it, and you see what is working and what is not working. You ask yourself, you need to be open and real to yourself. You need to ask yourself this question: am I really moving forward with my goal? Am I really moving forward? If you're not moving forward, you have to ask yourself, be truthful to yourself, why am I not moving forward? Why have I not been able to achieve anything? You have to be real to yourself. We have a proverb here in my country, especially in the Yoruba speaking part. It says that the person who dies, the dead body, will not cover him or herself from the person that will wash him or her. I'm sure that is funny, but that is the reality, that a dead person, somebody that is dead, is now saying that, look, don't look at me, oh, I want to cover my breast, I want to cover my private part. It's not possible. The same thing when we want to conduct this financial reset, when we want to review our finances, we just have to be open and we have to be true to ourselves. Nobody's paying. No problem. It's fine. There will be a replay of this video. There will be a replay of it. I understand. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. But I want to ask you, Fred Chambers, please like. I want to ask you, please subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Thank you. So it is important that, we have this stay. Thank you so much. So I want to encourage you at this point, if you are getting value, please, I want you to subscribe. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, girl dad. Thank you so much. And I also want to encourage you, please share as well. And please as well, subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Because one of my goals as well for this August is to be able to reach 1,000 subscribers. And right now I'm on 850, but I'm working towards achieving it. So thank you so much for that. So start your weekly review. And the seventh thing that I want you to also do that will help you towards your resetting your finances in this month of August is for you to create a simple giving plan. One of the things that people talk to me about, because like I said, I am a certified financial planner and I'm also a legal practitioner as well, is when people come to me, they tell me, and I ask them, why is it that you don't have a budget? Why is it that for people who have a budget, why is it that you are spending beyond what you have? And a lot of people tell me, especially the women, they tell me that, I had to give this to my family. This person came and was asking me for help. This person had to pay, part of the exam fees. This person had this need. This person has that need. And I told somebody, I said, look, when it comes to your finances, I use this example of a person who is flying. You are on board, you have boarded the plane, and then what you're always told is that in the event that something happens, maybe there's turbulence or something, the air hostesses will always tell us that the first thing you should do is that you should pull the oxygen to yourself, not to the next person. You must first of all help yourself. It is when you have your oxygen on that you are able to help other people. And the same thing with your finances. You cannot help other people at your own detriment. So what I advise people is that when you have your budget, it is important that you include your giving into your budget as well. Don't forget that the budget is a principle that we operate if we want to break through with our finances. But one thing I always tell people, when it comes to your budget is not punishment. Your budget is not something that is meant to restrict you. Your budget is actually something that should guide your spending. It is something that tells you, okay, this is what you have, this is where what you have is coming from, and this is what you can do with what you have. So your budget is actually your friend. It is your spending plan. It is your guide. It is your roadmap to spending. So I tell people, yes, it is important that you give. When you give, it is a spiritual act. And when you do this, you are opening the door for more to come in. But at the same time, you have to be careful. You have to also plan your giving as well, so that you do not give your finances away, so that you do not give yourself away. So the first thing is you help yourself, you protect yourself, and at the same time, ensure that you add that giving into your budget. This way, it will help you. So the number 8 practical way to reset your finances in this month of August is that you should track your daily spending for 7 days. And that is why one of the points that I referred to is that you should have a weekly review. It's like you should have a weekly inventory. It is important for you to track your spending. So I want to ask you this morning. I want to encourage you this morning. Don't forget, this is the 1st of August. Start, especially if you do not know what you spent money on, and if you cannot say for sure that this is how much I spent in this certain category. If I ask any of us, especially people who are working, if I ask you how much is your salary, it's very easy for you to tell me, to give me a fixed amount, to give me a fixed figure, that this is how much I'm paid. But when I ask the same people that, okay, how much did you spend for a certain month, in a certain month, usually it's difficult for people to give me answers. They will say, maybe I spent around, or I spent around. Around is not what we need if you need to get your finances in order. If you need to reset your finances for this month of August, around is not what you need. What you need is certainty. What you need are figures. And that is what we need to work with. And that is why I am saying this morning, I am encouraging you this morning, that please start tracking your spending. That way we're able, because later on, not today, we're going to be looking at other things. We're going to be looking at budgeting. We're going to be looking how you can make your first $500, 500,000 naira if you are in Nigeria, how you can make your first $1,000 and pounds. But this foundation has to be covered. You need to understand what you are doing with your money, where your money is going to, what is taking your money. Are there things that you need to block? So you need to be able to track your spending for at least 7 days. That way you know what you are doing. You know, that is how I was able to determine and know that one of the things that is taking away money from me is eating out. Like I said, I do a lot of it, and I saw that that was affecting my finances. And that is why I realized that I have not been able to save, and I have not been able to invest in a couple of months. And I said to myself, no, this will not continue even as we go into this new month. So the ninth thing that we are going to do, the practical reset, is that I am a person of faith. I am a woman of faith. I believe in God, and I believe that, as I am physical, as I'm human, there is also the spiritual aspect. And one thing I do, and I will encourage you to do as well, is for you to speak over your finances every day. Speak over your finances every day. And the words that you speak can either create faith or create fear, depending on what you do, depending on what you see, depending on what you do. Even people who are not believers know that speaking has its place. So I'm saying to us, we need to speak. I have a few affirmations here, and I want you to join me. You can take it down, you can form your own affirmation, but it's important that as you're doing the practical things, doing this, you also speak into your finances. We're not just, when you speak into your finances, you're not just speaking, you're not just talking, you're not just blabbling. What you're doing is that you are actually aligning. You are aligning the heavens, your heart and everything to be together. So I'm going to say this. I want you to also affirm after me that this August, I take charge of my finances. This August, I take charge of my finances. I have more than enough this August. I walk in wisdom and in wealth. This August, I have more than enough. This August, I walk in wisdom and in wealth. This August, my money works for me and not against me. So as you're taking the practical steps, you are also doing the same thing by affirming that this August, I take charge of my finances, that this August, I have more than enough, that this August, I walk in wisdom and in wealth, that my money works for me and not against me. Another thing I want you to also affirm and say to yourself, I will earn wisely. In this month of August, I will earn wisely. I will spend intentionally. I will earn wisely. I will spend intentionally. And I speak life. I speak life. I speak life over my finances. These are the things that I say. You can come up with your own, words of affirmation over your finances. But I just want to encourage you that have a positive mindset towards your finances. Speak life in the morning as you hold your wallet. You're going to work, because when we go to work, majority of us, why do we go to work? We go to work because of the pay. We go to work because of the reward, which is money, which is income. So we're going to, our time equals our life. So we must speak positively into ourselves and speak positively into our finances. So the 10th one that I have for today, is that you must take one bold financial step this week. Take one bold financial action this week. Because it is not enough for us to just come here to discuss this, to talk about this. It is important that we just don't be hearers of these things that Modupe is sharing with us, but we must be doers of what Modupe is saying to us. I would like to hear from you. Let me just take a pause at this time. Let me hear from you. What do you think about all that I have said? What are you planning to do about the things that I have said? Let me hear from you. You can put it down in the comments, So what is it going to be? What is that one bold financial step or action you are going to take this week? What is it going to be? Is it that business that you want to start? Is it that business call that you want to make? Is it that course that you want to start? But you must do something. You must decide that this is what I want to do. Do you want people to know about your marketing? Do you want to be seen, online, advertise your business, whatever you do? Don't say, oh, nobody's going to buy from me. Except you come out. Except people know what you do, nobody will patronize you. So just as faith without works is dead. If you don't have, I'm trying to conclude, I'm trying to round up now. So you have to do something. You have to make a decision. You have to take a step. I'll quickly go through the 10, practical ways to reset your finances. The first thing I said is that you must review your July spending. The second thing I said is that you must create a simple budget for this month of August. The third thing that I said is that you must set one financial goal and you must follow through with that goal. The fourth thing I said is that you must cut, even if it's just one expense, you must cut it out. That will help you, for you to regain your finances. The fifth one that I talked about is that you must write down all possible sources of income. It could be a source, it could be multiple, but you must put them down. The sixth one is that you must start a weekly morning check-in, a review. You take an inventory. The seventh one I said is that you must create a simple giving plan so that everything is balanced. You're not just earning, you are saving, you are investing at the same time. You are also giving, which is what thing that you want to do. The eighth thing is that you must track your daily spending at least for 7 days. This will enable you to know what you spend your money on. The ninth thing that I said is that you must continually speak on your finances and also over your life daily. And the final thing I'm saying is that you must take one bold financial action. Take one bold financial action. So tell me in the comments, which one of these ones are you going to start with this week? I want to encourage you, don't just, make August to be like how July ended. If you have to start again, start again. But this time, you are starting this month of August with a plan. You are starting this month of August with purpose. You are starting this month of August with power. Even if you have to start small, start small. Be deliberate about it, your finances. Be intentional about it and take responsibility for it. Once again, if you have, gained value, please, I want you to like this video. It will help, this video to also move to more people. Please share as well. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe as well. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for your time, Girl Dad. Thank you for your time, Fred Chambers. Thank you for your time. Even if you haven't said anything, you haven't typed anything, I know you are with me. I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate your time with me. Once again, my name is Modupe Vincent, and this is Money Matters. And I'll be back this evening by 9 o'clock, to continue as we have been doing. Thank you very much. Be money wise. I'll see you at the top. I'll see you by 9 this evening. And God bless you. Thank you. Love you.